Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Hex. Welcome back to ABC, and this is week 3 against Hactics, not week 2, because my opponent for week 2, Justin Clay, he he was not able to play. We had trouble scheduling. We didn't have enough time to get the game played. Well, he didn't have enough time to play the game, which is like, I get it. I was really looking forward to playing Justin. He's a really good friend of mine, but I'm sure, maybe I'll see him in playoffs or something. So yeah, this is week 3 against Hactics and the Amsterdam Dominicans. Hactics is actually my really good friend. Known him for a very long time, and he's got an interesting team. I can say that. Um, he's got the Heatran, the Mega Venusaur, the Skarmory, the Swampert, Darmanitan Galar, Alolan Muck, Zygarde 10, Anteleon, Magnezone, Claydol, and Luxray. So, a lot of pretty good defensive pieces and some really big offensive threats like Galardarm. Heatran is also very scary offensively for my team. And not to mention, I don't really have a great Inteleon switch in. So, oh yeah, one thing I should mention is that if you go up to my team, oops, good thing I did that before, because I'm recording this after week 4, and I don't want to spoil my week 4 game. So good thing I fucking switched that over inside. But, um, but, yeah, if we go up to my team, you'll see, I actually dropped Tangela and picked up Vileplume. I know this may seem weird for some because, we have Weezing already, but I felt like Vileplume was better overall for my team. I like Tangela for Regenerator and all that stuff, but I was looking at the matchups and I felt like more, Tangela comes to less games, I feel like, than Vileplume does. Plus, we have like Slowbro for like our Garchomp and Zygarde matchup, anyways, and I wanted him on that was less passive and a mon that, you know, was just able to do more all around. I felt like Vileplume was better, as well as it also has, usable Sped F as well as defense. So I picked up Vileplume instead of Tangela, and I was happy with that. So back down here. Um, okay, so in terms of what I thought Hactics was gonna bring, I knew that Mega Venusaur was honestly really good into my team, and I felt like it was coming, 100%. And I felt like Heatran as well was gonna come, and I felt like Swampert most likely was gonna come, Darm was probably gonna come, and Teleon was probably gonna come. And then for me, it was a toss up between Muck, Zygarde, or Magnezone. I felt like Magnezone was decent, but it did kind of struggle against my Sandcore for one, as well as what do you call it? Infernape is also very scary for Magnezone, and I felt Anteleon I just really didn't have like a good switch into unless I brought like um Yachi Berry Vileplume, or for like an Avimon. So I feel like Inteleon was probably gonna come. Um, and then I felt like Claydol had matchup as well potentially, but I didn't think it was gonna come over Inteleon or Zygarde. Because I also didn't really have a great banned Zygarde switch in. If you click like Crunch or Skitter Smack on my Slowbro, it probably does over half. That's a really strong mon. What did I just do to the dock? Back a fuck up. Okay. But yeah. So let's get into what I brought. On first, just literally the first thing I looked at his team, I thought offensive Torn goes wild, like completely wild on him. Um, like Focus Blast, Hurricane, Heat Wave, even like Grass Knot for Swampert for once run that. But I originally had a nasty plot Torn, but I decided to switch it to Life Orb, and here's why. So I don't really feel like I click plot on like anything. I can get nuked by Heatran or Toxic. I can get Toxic by Skarm. I get put to sleep by Venusaur. Like everything. I don't really feel like I'm ever clicking plot, right? So I felt like it was better to just run Life Orb and pick up kills when I can or do big damage to things when I can. And I feel like this set really does the job. Does the job well. And like with a combination of Hurricane, Heat Wave, and Superpower, I ran Superpower over Focus Blast. I didn't want to risk misses. And besides, Superpower did a lot to Heatran, and I felt like it was going to be Spit F instead of his Def regardless in this matchup. While also being able to potentially break through like Assault Vest Muck and do like 50-60% depending on the investment. So Superpower was definitely the bring. I also had an idea for Air Slash over Hurricane, I like the rolls on Hurricane more for like Swampert and Claydol and Venusaur obviously. But yeah, that's a torn set. Just really offensive. I believe the speed was for Inteleon. So unless he was Scarf, he was never faster than my Torn, and I could it's like a big Hurricane or a Superpower or a U-turn and just get a large amount of damage off. Um, so yeah. And then this Slober set, I'm running Boots here because he has obviously Scarm, Heatran, Swampert, lots of Pokemon that can set up hazards. I wasn't really trying to switch into hazards all the time, and this is my only real switch into Darm and I guess Zygarde. So I opted to just be Boots here, full defense, full HP, Scald, Future Sight, Slack off Teleport. Really basic Slower set to be honest. Not much going on here. Um, so yeah. Then you have T-Tar. I'm running the Sugar Berry here for like if he decides to go like Belly Drum Darm, I will easily live in Earthquake. Because I feel like if he's going Belly Drum Darm, he's probably going to like Icicle Crash, Earthquake, Belly Drum Sub. So I can eat an Earthquake at +6, and then like a Rock Blast and just kill it. Just instantly kill it. If I get 2 hits, I'm pretty sure, obviously the first hit breaks sub and it's 4 times effective, so the second one also just kills with this investment. So that was like a really good bring, I felt like. And then Fire Blast just for Scarm, Earthquake just for, like Heatran, and Magnezone, Muck, With this speed, I believe I'm always faster than a no-speed Skarmory. Um, So yeah, just a kind of like a not really standard, but not like a too special Torrent Power set. Just kind of like pretty good into this matchup, and I feel like it was worth bringing for rocks. So and then with this Excadrill here, you see I have Soft Sand. You may be wondering, why am I running Soft Sand instead of Life Orb? Well, because I don't want to take chip damage, that way I'm in range of a Mega Venusaur Earth Power, but I still want the damage increase on Earthquake, because if you can see here, once Skarmory goes down, he has nothing that goes into an Earthquake, barring like a Claydol, which takes a pretty good amount from Iron Head. And then Rock Blast, obviously, again, for Belly Drum Darm. If I get the stand up, I can switch into Excadrill and just Rock Blast that and get rid of it. We're gonna get 3 hits, of course. Maybe I don't even need 3 hits. I didn't really run the calc. I figured, it'll kill because it's fucking Rock Blast. But but yeah. So um again, just a pretty standard Excadrill set. I'm running enough speed to outspeed, I believe, Scarf Darm and +1 Galar Darm in sand, no matter what. So that's that. And then Infernape here, running Expert Belt, Mach Punch, Close Combat, Flamethrower, Grass Knot. Just a mixed offensive Infernape set here. Mach Punch again, mainly for Belly Drum Darm. As you can tell, I was really fucking scared of that set because I didn't really have anything to beat that. And I know Hactics really likes to run that. He drafts G-Darm in like every league and just brings that set majority of the time. And it fucks people up. So I was not trying to have that happen to me. It happened the week before. He won his game that way. So yeah, Grass Knot obviously for Swampert, and then Flamethrower instead of Flare Blitz, mainly just because of Skarm. If he's Fizz Def, I don't want to take like Flare Blitz chip on top of Rocky Helmet potentially, and it's also really good if he decides to bring like a Fizz Def Mega Venusaur. Flamethrower does a lot more than a Flare Blitz would do. Funny enough, unless I'm like Choice Band, but I'm not. So yeah. And then finally here we just have this Rotom Frost. I didn't really need Defog because I have Spin on Excadrill, but I decided to run a secondary removal option just because he has a lot of ways to set up the hazards. And then T-Wave here is really nice to just like, because his main switch-ins are like Heatran, Muck, even like Venusaur, since of the thick fat ability, it's not going to be taking too much from a Blizzard. So I figured if I can get some paras on those mons, could be really nice. But yeah, the dual stab here was just really, really good into like everything except for Heatran, and even Blizzard does a lot to Swampert. So yeah, that's the team, and we will get into the game. So as you can see here, he brought a pretty interesting team. You see no Mega Venusaur, which was really surprising to me. Obviously we do see the Darm, we do see the Swampert, we do see the Skarm, we do see the Heatran, we do see Inteleon. I was not really expecting Claydol here, which is, it was fine. I wasn't too worried about Claydol. Um, Again, wasn't really expecting it. I thought, maybe he'd be like Mega Venusaur in this slot, or Muck, or, you know, not Claydol. I was not expecting Claydol at all. So that kind of threw me off guard, but I knew with no Mega Venusaur, my Torn was a lot more free, mainly because I didn't want to get put to sleep. And if I get put to sleep switching in on it, because I don't really have another switch in, like Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Earthquake, because Earth Power would do not that much with the Sand Boost Teeth Darts or Earthquake. I didn't really have a good switch in, so my main switch in would be to, go into Torn and try to force it out. But if he get put me to sleep, then obviously I was in a bad spot. So I was pretty happy not to see Mega Venusaur. Like a sub Leech Seed set, like sub Leech Seed, um, Giga Drain, and then Sleep Powder. Honestly, would have fucked my team up. To be honest, I didn't really have great ways to break through that. So I'm really happy not to see Mega Venusaur in this game. So in the leads, I believe I led T-Tar or Torn here. I'm pretty sure I led T-Tar just because. Actually, no. I led Infernape because I was expecting him to, either like Pert, Scarm, or Heatran. And if he led Pert, I could Grass Knot. Had a really good roll to KO. Um, Even if he was like some Spadef, I had a really good roll to KO. If he was Max Spadef, it wasn't a great roll in my favor, but if he was no Spadef, I always killed. So I was comfortable eating Infernape and clicking Grassland and Swampert, because even if he was Spadef, which I wasn't really expecting him to be, um, I still had a roll to kill, and if not, I get a lot of damage off, and I live a flip turn. And if he wants to get rocks up, that's perfectly fine by me. So yeah, and then obviously if he leads Heatran, he's forced out. If he leads Skarm, he's forced out. So all that nice stuff. So you see here, I lead Infernape. Oh, and I do lead Torn. What am I saying? I thought I led Nape. Okay, whatever. But he does lead Swampert. So here I click U-turn, reveal that I am Layforb, and go into Rotom Frost. So here I get into Rotom Frost because I know he's probably going to set up rocks or he's just going to flip turn. And if he flip turns, he's probably just going to go Heatran, which is fine by me. Honestly, I can just go into Tyranitar, most likely, or just click Volt Switch. Um, but he does reveal leftovers here, and I'm willing to click Defog here and see what he wants to do. Get rid of these hazards. I don't really appreciate them, obviously, since my Torn is not boots. So getting rid of those is really nice. He stays in here and clicks Yawn, which was really surprising to me. Um, as I go hard into Slowbro, and he clicks Slip Turn, going into Inteleon here, and I did the calcs. I checked if he specs. If he specs Dark Pulse, I live. It does like 90 max, so a flinch would be really bad for me, but I'm willing to take that risk. I just click Teleport here. He clicks U-turn, so that's really good for me. I got a lot of good switch initiative here, and here I teleport into Infernape. So he's got to be fearing Grass Knot, which I understand, but in my shoes, like I'm just clicking Grass Knot here no matter what. Like there is no reason for me not to click Grass Knot because if he switches into Skarm or Heatran, scouting a Grass Knot, I gotta kill them the next turn. And if he's like not leftover Skarmory, he will die because obviously he won't have this dirty up. Um, so yeah, I'm going to Grass Knot here. I have a roll to kill him. I always kill him if he's no Spadef, like I said earlier. And if he goes into either of his Grass Knot switch-ins, I gotta kill regardless. So this is really good position for me. And as you see here, he's actually gonna stay in and just die to Grass Knot. So that's really good for me. Um, Getting his only real Infernape switch-in out of the way instantly is like really good for me. I also didn't have great ways to break Swampert otherwise, and that frees up Excadrill a lot, frees up Torn a lot, frees up Rotom a lot to just click Volt Switch. Because Claydol is obviously taking a lot from a Blizzard, so I'm really happy with that positioning. He goes in the Heat Gun here and Brio's Balloon, so I wanted to click Close Combat here, but I ran the calcs, and he has a pretty good role to live if he's Fizz Def, and I don't want to like take that risk and just die to an Earth Power, So I opted to just Mach Punch here, actually, break the balloon because here's what I'm thinking. So if I Mach Punch, he's I'm not gonna get the defense drop, right? So I I live in Earth Power unless he's like max special attack modest, which I wasn't really expecting him to bring, and even if he did, it was only a roll to kill me. And losing in front of this point in the game doesn't matter too much because I do have this offensive corner that goes absolutely crazy. And this Mach Punch chip puts him in range of superpower from a Torn, um, no matter what. So I was really happy with this. And as you see here, live the Earth Power. Shows to be pretty invested, but here I just click Close Combat into Claydol, get some good damage off. Um, he doesn't reveal any items, so I may be scared of like 11, what do you call it? Choice Scarf, potentially. That could actually be really scary to me. So I just switch out. I wasn't gonna stay in anyways because flamethrower never killed and grass never killed. So I opted to just go into Rotom. Feels like a safe play, and I just fire off. I think I volt switch. Yeah, I volt switch once. He clicked Shadow Ball, showing that maybe he is choice locked, or maybe this is the only real way to hit Rotom. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna click Blizzard. See here, it does 56%, and he clicks Scorching Sand, expecting me to switch out into maybe like a Tyranitar on the Shadow Ball, but I just stay in Blizzard. I Blizzard again. You see, I miss. That sucks. But I'm ready to just, Blizzard again into the Heatran. I know I'm faster, and because he's not Toy Scarf. So I Volt Switch again, but he just goes back into Clay Doll. So I fire for another Blizzard, and I miss, and I lose Rotom for pretty much no reason. This thing should have been alive, but, 70% accurate moves, am I right? So Rotom dies there. Not too big of a deal. I didn't really need Rotom in this game. Was nice for Defog, but I assume he doesn't have rocks on this or this because he had rocks on Swampert. So I only really have to worry about spikes, which obviously don't affect Torn. So it kind of sucks that I lose Roam there, but it's not the biggest deal. I just go into Torn and I just click U-turn, claim a kill. Um, and here I go into Trinitar and set up a sand for myself as I believe he goes Scarm. And here I'm scouting for body press because it's gonna kill me no matter what. So I go into Torn, and he clicks Whirlwind. So that was weird for me. I go back into Tyranitar, and here I just click off Fire Blast because I'm not really caring at this point. He just Toxics me, so that's cool. I see here that obviously another Fire Blast is gonna kill, but I feel like he's probably not gonna like stay in. Because he knows I'm faster and I kill him with a Fire Blast. He may go into Heatran. I was gonna Earthquake here, but I just decide I believe to get up my rocks, which is really cool. He clicks Roosts for whatever reason. I'm okay with that. Um, I believe here I go into Tornia. So the reason I wanted Torn there is because obviously I live a body press. Um, Switches out. I can just kill this obviously with superpower. And if he doesn't click Roost, he dies to a Heat Wave. I ran the calcs and he does die to a Heat Wave. So I'm in a really, really good position here because I can pretty much claim a kill for free. Um, I'm just gonna superpower here. As you see, Heatran goes down. So that's really cool. And him not going into Darm here shows me that he's probably not Choice Scarf and he probably is Lily Drum. So he goes Inteleon here. I believe I U-turn. No, I miss a Hurricane, so that's also cool. But I live a Dark Pulse. I run the calcs and I died to Ice Beam, but I feel like at this point in the game, I'm fine. I have Infernape for Skarmory, and Darm, and this Inteleon, I can just Hurricane here, and if I hit, he'll be in range of Mach Punch. So I just opt to do that, and he just fucking dies. So there's Torn, going crazy. And he goes into Skarm here, showing his boots, so Heat Wave just kills, and then he goes Darm here. Um, Again, him not going into this sooner kind of shows me that he's not Scarf. But yeah, so I stay in here to Heat Wave. Even if he is Scarf, I'd rather not choke on a belly drum than lose differential. So I decide to save differential. So I opt this Heat Wave here, as it'll always kill, and it prevents him from sweeping me with belly drum if I supposed to go into like slow bro to save diff or something. So fire off a Heat Wave here, I hit, and Dharma goes down, and there's a clean 5-0 win on the back of Torn for week 3. So that's really nice. Believe at this point we were 3-0 plus 10. We were first seed, I believe, going into week 4, which is really nice. It's always nice to be first. Um, so yeah, we have a really good start to the season. I'll have a week 4 game up soon. Took me a while to record this one because I was mainly just lazy, but yeah. So, GG's to Hactics. I know it may seem like an easy game, but if I had misplayed or if Swampert did not go down or something and I lost Infernape, it could have been pretty bad. But like I said again, I wasn't really too worried because I did have all the stuff in the back. Exodil never had to touch the field. Um, and then again, if I hit the Blizzard with Rotom, I would have 6-0'd, which would have been nice. Um, but yeah, so pretty good, pretty happy with this win. And we'll see you guys in week 4. So peace out.